Greetings, Invader Scum. This is Pincognito, aka Pinko. So, a short video I wanted to put together about twinking, and just a few random thoughts I had about it that I wanted to put out there. So, as everyone knows, a twink is an acronym for a highly optimized, low-level invasion character. At least I'm pretty sure that's what the acronym is for. So this is a level 35 plus 4 weapons twink. Nothing super fancy with the weapons. Executioner's Greatsword. You'll also see him using the Man Serpent Hatchet. But the central premise of this video is that really, very frequently, it doesn't really matter whether your invader is twinking except at the margins. And you're going to see a bunch of videos here, or several videos here, where I don't think it really mattered that I was twinking at all, even fairly mildly here. Basically just the prisoner's chain and some optimized stats. So we get the rude welcome from our opponent here. Failed bio, apparently incredibly proud of his poor performance in high school. I have no idea what this weapon setup is. Not something I've seen before. So a simple wake up prediction parry. And that's all she wrote. It really would not have mattered one whit whether I was optimized for this invasion or not. Similar scenario here with a much friendlier invader. Nice little proper bow to get things started. A really risky prediction parry from the host does not pay off. My setup parry does. And that's it. Again, obviously I'm doing a bit more damage because I saved some stat investment with the prisoner's chain, but really that fight would have gone the same way no matter what. The host dashes to get a phantom, but it ain't coming in time. Just some decent roll catching is all it takes here. So the point I'm making, if it's not obvious, is that the biggest advantage an invader has is not their equipment or even their Estus Flask upgrades. It's really their skill level. In all these invasions, this was one of the more competitive one-on-ones I had. In all these invasions, what's really important is the skill level gap. And nothing against these people I'm fighting against. It's just that these are people I came up against where I think I was clearly the better player, and it would not have mattered. Maybe things would have gone differently, but it would not have mattered in terms of victory, whether or not I had late game rings or upgraded Estus. I think really the situations where it matters more, or can matter quite a bit, whether you've got Prisoner's Chain, Hornet Ring, which I don't think I used that once here, but I do have it available, is when you're going against a host who themselves has been set themselves up to fight twinks, which is pretty common these days, I'd say. You'll come across people who have clearly just relied on, for example, leveling vigor, using a raw flamberge or something like that, who are just set up to fight invaders. In those situations, it can be pretty rough if you haven't done the same with your invader. And the other case is the kind of the classic, true gank squad where the host and 2 or more password summoned phantoms are there strictly to make your life difficult. In those situations, it can be really tough to have any chance of success without late game rings, specifically the Prisoner's Chain and the Hornet Ring, and also upgraded Estus. It's just tough without that stuff. So here, this opponent is putting up a pretty good fight. I'd say he's a little too eager to do the prediction parries. He throws them out a few times here in situations where it just does not pay off. There, he learned from the last parry, didn't swing again. You see, he gets a little too predictable with his movements here. So he catches me with a nice running attack here. But then I can just tell he's doing the same thing. And again, roll catch, and that's it. Okay, last one against, this is not a solo host, but well, it was effectively a solo host, as you'll see. Goldbro gets taken out quick, and then this poor host just gets caught in roll catch hell here. Right, so I mean, did it matter that I had Prisoner's Chin and Hornet Ring available? No, it did not. Hodrick, jerk as always. Quick breather with my bestie Hazel while we regroup for some invasions against some proper co-op groups. See ya, Hazel. So, I think I've got 2 invasions here with co-op groups, and in neither case did it matter one whit that I had late game rings or upgraded Estus. These guys, just a matter of me recognizing the situation. I had a great sword. I didn't see any great weapons on them. Trapped in between myself and the giant, and it's just like a buffet for my great sword at this point. Over in seconds. GG, guys. And this was the closest I had to kind of the situation where you would normally think you needed to have kind of late game gear to kind of contend. If you saw at the beginning there with the fall damage, there's at least one password summon Phantom, and 2 in fact. So I got a host, 2 of his buddies. Make my way over to engage. And again, the biggest difference here is really not the late game gear. It's really, which they have in spades, as you'll see. We've got the Ring Knight DLC posse here. But it's really situational awareness and kind of strategy that happens here. One of the common downfalls for a password summon group is they just get too overconfident. This dude with Gale's Greatsword just thinks that weapon art is like an auto kill button. So he just spams the crap out of it and absolutely eats it. Good God. And Host and his buddy are just spamming the crap out of R1, and that's it, man. Did not use a single Estus. Purely because I had better situational awareness here. Anyway, that's it, folks. A few assorted musings on twinking. Thanks a lot.